Ladies and gentlemen, we are live!
All right. Welcome back to another stream. This stream will be short because the Natty's about to come on soon. Man, dude, I think Indiana is about to absolutely whoop Miami, but I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong because I'm pulling for Miami to win. You know, they're in their own stadium. They haven't won a Natty in like 26 years. Oh, no, excuse me, 25 years. I just want to see them do it. I want to see them get the win, but I just do not see that happening, unfortunately. But anyways, let's get started because we don't have a lot of time. All right, hold on a sec. All right, hold on. Let me close my door. All right. All right, man. What's going on with Ole Miss? The Ole Miss situation is crazy. All right, let's check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you had a great weekend. Hope all of you having a great Sunday night. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, we got to talk about this crazy situation that involves, guess who? Lane Kiffin's former team, the Ole Miss Rebels. There's a very unique predicament that's involving this Ole Miss team and its players that are trying to leave the team. Yes, that's right. You heard me correctly. What's the big issue, you may ask? That's a great question, my friend. I'll let you answer it. The NIL contracts got leaked out, and the players are not happy about it. We got a hot mess there. We're going to talk all about that, but there's another messy situation going on with the Dukies. And last but not least, our third and final topic of the video is going to be Alabama. Kalen or he's recruiting his butt off. 3 topics, 1 video. Who says no to that? I don't got time waste. You don't got time waste either. Let's get straight into it. All right, first things first. Let's talk about this Alabama stuff. I'm not going to speak on it too much because it probably deserves its entirely separate video, which we may make later in the week. So be on the lookout for that. But I do want to address it now because it's been a couple of days since I've even spoke about it. But Kalen DeBoer, he has already completely transformed this offensive line. Got an offensive lineman from Cal Poly, and I know you're sitting there saying, Matt, who in the world is Cal Poly? Fun fact for you, Cuevas, Alabama.
Never heard of that school.
I'm a star tight end this year. He's from Poly as well. Got Nick Brooks from Texas, but also another one from Michigan. Like I said, I'll talk more about how Kalen DeBoer is rebuilding this Alabama football team in a different video, but it appears the same. He's trying to, I wouldn't say steal Kurt Sonetti's thought process, but he's getting a lot of guys out of the portal, which you kind of have to do since Alabama's lost so many guys to the portal. And it's just how college football is. Almost every single team has to do the same thing because if you want to win tomorrow, you can't bank on even a 5-star recruit immediately producing in year 1. No, you got to go after a guy in the portal. I hate to say high school recruiting is irrelevant. It's not. It's still very important. But if you want to win tomorrow, if you want to win next year, the portal is way more important than
Yep. If you want to win now, got to go to the portal.
Recruiting. It just is. And when I say recruiting, let me clarify, because even when you get guys out of the portal, it's recruiting. I'm talking about high school recruiting. You're much better off getting a guy who's played college football for a couple years, even if he was a backup or didn't get meaningful reps out of Texas, Michigan, Cal Poly, wherever, than a high school recruit who's raw and he doesn't know the plays and he doesn't know how college football really works. He hasn't been into the weight room and et cetera, et cetera. You get the point. Kalen DeBoer is doing a heck of a job in the transfer portal. I do want to bring that up because we talked all about when the bad players were leaving left and right. Well, you got to speak on the good if you're going to speak on the bad. Getting that out the way, moving along here to topic number 2. Looks like we got another Damon Williams situation. If you don't know Damon Williams, that is the Washington quarterback who signed a deal with Washington, then
Hold on, I'm looking for the sound for Washington. Hang on.
only, what was it, a couple days later, LSU and Lane Kiffin's like, well, if you come here, we'll give you $6.5 million. He then enters the portal. He breaks his deal at Washington, and then it was just a big crap show. Wound up falling through the roof, and now he's trying to go back to Washington. It's just a really, and I mean really odd situation because think about it. He told Washington, yeah, screw you guys. I'm going elsewhere. The LSU offer got pulled just out beneath them or off the table. I guess that's a better way of saying it. And then he's like, well, dang it. He calls his old team up. Hey, I kind of messed up. Can I come back? And now Jed Fish is like, yeah, you can come back, but you got to win the team back over. It's just messy. And that's going to be the word of this video, messy. Everything in college football, it's a big mess. I kind of forgot to bring this up. In the midst of Damon Williams trying to leave Washington for LSU for more money, Washington released a public statement. They're like, no, we're not letting him enter the portal because for those of you who don't know, players themselves, they can't enter the portal. The school, they have to enter it into the database. In other terms, to dumb this down, Washington said, no, you're not leaving. You can't leave. You signed a contract. And good to them. We talked all about it. We made a couple different videos on that subject. Fast forward time a little bit.
Yeah,
same.
Imagine just signing you just signed a contract and you're still able to leave. That wouldn't make any sense at all.
Same thing. It's not even like, oh, it's kind of similar. No. Carbon copy paste. Same situations going on with Duke and their quarterback. Darian Menza, he's trying to enter the portal. Apparently and allegedly, well, I say apparently and allegedly, but we know what's going on. I just have to say that to cover myself. He's being tampered with. Schools are offering him a crap ton of money to go elsewhere. And when I say schools, hint, hint, Miami. You didn't hear that from me, though. But yeah, he's trying to enter the portal. Actually, he quote unquote is planning on entering the portal, but Duke is doing the same thing Washington did with their star quarterback. They're like, no, you can't enter the portal. We're not going to enter your name in the database. You're not leaving. You signed a contract. There's a lot more details to this, but I know you guys, you don't want to get involved with all that because you don't care. You just want to know the basic information, and that's what I'm going to give you. I've read all these articles. I did all the digging and research. Trust me, what I've told you up until this point, it's all you need to know. Long story short, I'm trying to reiterate this so you're not confused. Duke's starting quarterback is trying to leave to go elsewhere to get more money. I don't blame him. Hate the game, not the player. However, Duke, they're not a fan of that, and they are currently not allowing him to leave. They're not allowing him to enter his name into the portal. Here's my thing. I lean more towards universities in this situation. I did with Washington when I talked about it, and I will with Duke in this one as well. I don't feel bad for Duke's quarterback, Darian. I don't. And you're going to have all these nerds, because they said it with the Williams situation, say, well, they can't hold him against his will at Washington. They can't hold this guy against his will at Duke. Buddy. Oh, my gosh, it just pisses me off.
He signed the contract, though. He signed that contract.
Let me calm down. I told myself I'm not going to scream. He signed a contract. I don't know what some of y'all don't understand. This is why the contract with Duke's quarterback and Washington's quarterback was implemented. For case and scenarios like this, the university was trying to cover themselves. So, no, I'm not on the player side. I'm on Washington and Duke's side. And I don't feel bad for Duke's quarterback because he signed the contract. Nobody forced him to sign it. He wanted to. I don't know how this is going to fare out, but I just can't get over all the people trying to defend the players in this situation. And they're trying to blame Duke. They're like, oh, look at Duke. They won't let this guy leave. What are they supposed to do? Just get screwed over? I'll probably talk about that more later in the week to go along with the Bama situation. But moving along here to the main topic, the main encore, main reason you clicked onto this video. What in the world is going on with the Rebels? I'll tell you what's going on. A couple days ago, we covered their two defensive ends, their edge rushers, whatever you want to call them. They wound up entering the portal right at the same time. One of them was their star, Princewell. The other one was, what was him? He wasn't really like a really key player of the team, but he was decent. Oh, yeah, Deshaun Womack. He entered it. Womack's former five-star recruit, but he didn't contribute too much to Ole Miss, but still, he definitely would have played next year, just a little bit. It doesn't end there, though, because to go along with that, they've had some more players depart since we made that video. Caden Lee, their wide receiver, he's leaving. He entered the portal. Also, their linebacker, TJ Daugherty, he left, and he went to LSU. But this is where things start to get wishy-washy, and like I said, the word of the video, messy. So Princewell's entering the portal, but Ole Miss is doing what Duke did and Washington did. They are contesting the portal entry. They are not entering his name into the portal. So the same thing I said about the Duke situation applied here. Princewell recently signed a contract with him, but he's decided to enter the portal. Now, why is this? Some people were pondering upon the idea of, okay, maybe he signed it in some other schools like maybe Oregon, Miami, Texas Tech, the big buckaroonies out there, the big oil money people. They reached out to him and was like, hey, we saw your new deal. Have you ever considered coming to Miami? We'll give you more money. We'll give you $3 million, $4 million. How's that sound? Come to find out, that's not what happened. But here's what did. The NIL contracts that Ole Miss was giving out to their players and incoming recruits, they got leaked. And guys like Princewell saw that Ole Miss was paying other recruits more money than he was getting paid. And he's sitting here going, wait a minute. And I don't blame him. Well, y'all are going to pay a guy who hasn't done anything for this school, for this program, more money than me? I'm one of the best players. So
yeah, that would piss anybody off. Yeah, that's valid for him to be pissed off about something like that. 100%. Like that's crazy. Just someone who hasn't played for the school is making more money than him.
Nah, screw this. I'm entering the portal. And Ole Miss goes, not so fast, my friend. You ain't going anywhere. You signed a contract. We're not even entering your name into the database. We're not doing it. So there's a big standoff there. And the one guy I heard that was getting paid all the money and everyone was pointing to using him as an example is Deuce Knight, the transfer from Auburn, but also a 5-star recruit. I know he's a quarterback and quarterbacks get paid more, but I really don't blame Princewell for getting mad at it because you're giving the new guy more money than I'm getting paid. What are we talking about here? The players aren't happy about it, so they're leaving. And that's pretty much all there is to this as where it stands right now. I don't know what's going to happen, but I will most certainly keep you guys updated. Let me know your thoughts down below. But Romana.
That's tough. That's tough. But it's valid for him to get pissed off about something like that. But at the same time, he is under contract. Let's see what the comments are saying. These kids signing contract then thinking they can dip out is ignorant. Yeah, it is. Very ignorant. Just signing a contract and then thinking you can enter the portal because things aren't working out for you. All right, so UDY dropped today. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to react to it, so I'll react to it tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll have time tomorrow to react to it, but I won't have time to react to UDY, unfortunately. But that's okay because the Natty's coming on soon. Can't wait to watch it, even though Indiana's going to absolutely spank Miami. And there's a reason why I didn't even make a prediction video for the national championship because we already know what's going to happen. Miami, like I said, Miami, they're going to get absolutely spanked. I hate to admit it, but it's true. Like they're going to get destroyed, like BTA, in their own stadium, which will be sad. But it's going to happen. All right. Moving on. Okay. We moving on to streamer drama. The internet hates Kai Cenat for reading. Let's go.
What's good, y'all? It's Cameron here. And as y'all can see, low cut. Yo, hide your girl, hide your wives. I've said it so many times. Ever since I got this cut, I see every single comment and y'all be glazing me saying that I'm the most attractive man alive. I appreciate y'all. I feel it, bro. I feel it. And I'm never putting the do-rag back on because of that. I appreciate y'all a lot. I also saw somebody ask, like, what are these cords over here? Those are my Ethernet cables for my PC and my PlayStation. That being said, the internet is once again hating on Kai Cenat for, in my opinion, absolutely no reason at all. I feel like the Kai hate is getting so old. I understand if you don't like his content because, his content isn't for everyone, which is completely understandable, right? If you just don't like it, that's fine. But I swear, anytime this man Kai breathes, he just gets the most hate. Everything this man Kai Cenat does is put under a microscope and analyze and just nitpick. A few videos ago, I talked about the situation where Kai opened up on why he took a hiatus from streaming and social media. At the Streamer Awards, he talked about how he was going through some mental struggles and that's why he hasn't been streaming. Then he also decided to drop this other video on his birthday. And the gist of it was him saying that he was dealing with a lot of self-doubt and being fearful when trying to achieve some goals, which is completely normal, by the way. I feel like we all deal with that on a daily basis. And
I deal with self-doubt pretty much. Well, I'm not going to say all the time, but especially with stuff like what I'm doing right now, content creation, or me playing sports in the past, like when I played basketball and soccer, like Yeah. And I think other things as well. Just it's a pretty common thing.
Mind you, he never said he was depressed or anything, but since a lot of people read captions instead of watching videos, they just assume that's what he said because they saw the big caption, Kai Cenat opens up about mental struggles, when it's like, the dude never said he was depressed. But a lot of people online just got on his head saying, how do you have mental issues, you're rich? How are you depressed? You can't be depressed and rich. Which I've said it once and I'll say it again, because I truly believe in this. Money doesn't buy happiness. There's many rich people out there that off themselves, even though they have loads of money. Just because all of your problems link to money, that doesn't mean that once you have money, you won't have any more problems. Sure, you might be stressed because of the bills, and if you didn't have those bills, you would be happier, but I promise you, more problems will spawn after that, unfortunately. But a lot of people don't see that because a lot of people don't see Kai as a human. They just see him
They
as
just think, I don't know. It's like people don't treat millionaires as just because they have like over $1 million. They don't see them as human beings. Like, dude, I don't get that. They just think that a millionaire's life is just every day, just sunshine and rainbows. Like they think every day is a great day for millionaires, and I understand why they feel that way, but still, even famous people, even millionaires, they can have bad days too, or they can go through something.
an entertainer on social media, a content clown. So their brain just doesn't connect the dots when he's on the internet opening up about his mental struggles. But after that, Kai then went online to talk about how he started reading and watching anime, and this has helped him through these mental struggles. And people started clowning him once again because in the past he made jokes about anime, like this skit right here. It's not him making fun of it, he's just making a quick little joke. And the caption says anime characters be dragging it. Like, what's wrong with this? It'd be different if this man was saying anime is trash and it's the worst thing ever, but that's not what he's doing. He just made a little skit. And also on stream, Kai even had moments where he didn't really know much about anime and he kind of acted like he was getting into it / already into it. And a lot of people brought these clips up saying, how can you say that you're into anime when in the past you said Pokemon was in the big three?
What's up? Check, what's big three? Hey, like, what's big three?
Let me say it right now. Dragon Ball Z. Naruto.
Hype stream.
Pokemon. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Pokemon.
Pokemon in the big three, that's a blunder, Kai.
Wow.
That's a huge blunder. But this clip is all the way back. I'm pretty sure this is the first AMP house. So this is like 2021. You can change a lot within 4 to 5 years, believe it or not. There was also this clip where Kai said that Invincible is an anime that he's going to get into, which even, I don't watch anime that much. I love Invincible though, as y'all can see the Omni-Man and the Invincible in the back. But Invincible is not an anime. Like
Yeah,
this is a
that's not
crazy
anime.
clip.
I think the first anime I'm ever gonna get into, I watched Death Note, but the first one I'm really gonna get into that like I could watch all the seasons is gonna be Invincible. That's what it's called, right? Invincible?
Which maybe he was LARPing back in the day. Maybe. But honestly,
Okay, I'm looking at college football, the college football game day or pregame show, and why is everybody picking Miami? Why are y'all picking Miami? Why? Like Desmond Howard, Saban, Marcus Freeman picking the U as well. Notre Dame head coach picking the U to win. Okay. And Pat's about to pick Pat McAfee. Who's he going to pick? Okay, he's just yapping. All right, make your pick already, Pat. I'm surprised everybody's picking the U. I'm pretty sure he's going to pick Indiana. Watch, he's going to pick Indiana. Dude, oh my gosh, man. Hold on, let me just... Yep, told you. He picked Indiana, I told y'all.
In my opinion, who cares? That was years ago. He's not LARPing now, and he's a changed man from what it looks like. He put out a bunch of tweets talking about Naruto and how much he likes it. Like, what is wrong with that? Yeah, he didn't really know much in the past about anime, but in the present, like, that doesn't really matter. There's also this tweet, which a lot of people made fun of him for this, saying, I used to think anime was weird and think it was just a cartoon, but it has helped me build way more courage than I ever had before. The second season. Naruto is a prime example of someone who truly believes in chasing your dreams, following your heart, and never giving up. This is hands down my personal favorite right now. This show teaches you so much lessons on how important friendship is, helping others, consistency, and being a morally good person. This scene really got me. Low-key, everyone in Naruto is going through something behind closed doors, but is trying to hide it in some way, which a lot of people say about anime. Many gym goers, they started going to the gym because of anime. Yet, for some reason, Kai is getting clowned for saying that anime motivates him, all because he didn't know what the big three...
Yeah, they just see it as performative. They just see Kai as a poser, which is just, I don't know, like, it's just kind of ridiculous to me. It is, like... I don't know what else to say. That's just ridiculous to me.
Of anime was a few years ago. Like, it's just so stupid. This man broke up with his girl, stopped streaming, all this stuff. Why are people surprised that this is a new Kai Cenat and not the one that they're used to? He's a new man. And recently, Kai dropped a 21-minute video going more in depth on his hiatus and what's to come next, talking about his upcoming clothing brand, Vivette, showing how he's really invested into fashion. I mean, the man was in Italy making jeans, talking to Law Roach, talking to Burberry Airy, talking about what was on his mind. And at the end of this video, he plugged a channel called Kai's Mind, where he uploads these raw and real videos of him trying to get better at reading, having conversations, working out, and just showing into the mind of Kai. And for some reason, he's getting hate for that as well. People are calling it performative because it's being recorded. Why not just do all these things in silence? Which I understand to a certain extent, right? There's many people out there on social media that'll record themselves working out and reading when the whole time they don't really do that. They're just doing it to look good on the internet. But I don't think Kai is. I genuinely don't think he is. And I honestly see no...
And yeah, I understand that too, because me personally, if I was Kai, I probably wouldn't record myself reading or working out. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Problem with him posting it, and I could be wrong. I feel like it'd be different if in the future he just reverts back to his old ways and we don't see any growth, but as of now, I think we're seeing a new Kai Cenat. So I see no problem with this, and I think it will continue. But if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong, and if you disagree with me, then you're right. I don't really think it's a gimmick though right now. I feel like the man is just trying to improve himself, and he wanted to just log his progress, so he made a channel for it, which many people do. And I feel like the funniest thing is, if Kai would have just came back talking different with a clothing brand and nobody knew what he was up to, people would still hate. Like, I feel like it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing, and it just sucks overall. Now, what you're about to see is a clip of Kai reading from his Kai's Mind channel, and a lot of people clowned him for this because he kept having to look up words while reading, which is something normal that you should do when reading so you know what a word is, instead of just skipping over it. Kai Cenat kept having to look up what certain words meant during his reading journey to become a better speaker.
Spontaneous.
All right, see the clip.
Dicko, what does that mean?
Which, once again, like I said, this is how you learn. I mean, if you're reading and you don't know what a word is, look it up. Like, that's something completely normal. But I wouldn't expect a Twitter page known to hate on other streamers to know that. I don't understand. What did people want him to do? Did they just want him to skip over the word, acting like he knows what it is, and use it every day in the wrong way, like people do on TikTok all the time? Like,
yeah, they just want to be like this super, like, high IQ genius that knows everything and can and knows the words not mispronounce, but pronounce them correctly and just know the definition. That's what they want. And if you don't do that, then you're just the biggest idiot in the world.
It's just stupid. I don't know. I feel like they're just hating just to hate. And also, this is one of the most influential streamers in the world reading. Yet y'all are mad at that. There's definitely going to be more people reading because of this. And so what if it's because of Kai Cenat? I know a lot of y'all are going to think it's corny if somebody says, oh yeah, I started reading more because I saw Kai Cenat reading. But like, let's be so real here. There's so many people in the world who don't even read at all. So if somebody started reading because of Kai, who cares? It's a good habit. At least it's not more people gambling or doing drugs or being a public nuisance because of their favorite streamer and content creator. I find it so crazy because people had so much to say about Kai's content, calling it trash and degenerate. Yet when he's now reading, everyone's still laughing at him. Once again, it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't. Here's
Exactly. You can never win. You can't win with the internet. Like you're screwed if you do, screwed if you don't. Like you just get hate regardless of what you do, and people would just make fun of you for doing anything.
another one that people have been calling performative. Kai has really fell in love with reading as he kept going after his timer went off.
Reading and implementation intention is a strategy
seen that.
that will come at its time.
I genuinely don't. The man is reading. He's trying to articulate himself better from reading. There's no problem with it. Yeah, he's posting it online, but hey, this is going to influence more people to read. I'm completely fine with it. I hate on so much stuff on this channel, but I'm completely fine with this.
There's no way y'all about to hop on this app and try to make people feel bad because we making fun of Kai Cenat because he can't read. The nigga is 24 years old and he don't know how to fucking read.
He knows how to read. He's just trying to articulate himself better, so he's just reading more. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know if y'all...
I've seen this dude a couple of times. Yeah, this guy is just... I just seen him just hating on Kai. I'm not the biggest Kai fan, and I don't watch his streams and all that, but I think him getting hate for improving himself, I think that's just absolutely ridiculous. And I think Kai Cenat is one of, if not the most overhated streamer. For sure, man. Just the hate that Kai gets is just, it's not valid at all.
He's 24 years old.
It's because he was rich, which, like, I'm like, this dude is just dumb. Like, I hate to just insult him like that, but he's just giving me that vibe.
He was admitted to a university. He went to college and dropped out. And the nigga don't know how to fucking read, dog. That's hilarious. Y'all are not about to make niggas feel bad for this shit. He's the one who set up the camera. We're not in Kai's business. That nigga showing us all his business. If he was really working on bettering himself, he would do that shit off cam. But he want clicks and views. He wants y'all to see him looking like a fucking idiot on the internet.
I think he's recording it so that in the future, when he gets better and he can actually articulate himself well, he can show you guys the older videos and be like, hey, do y'all remember when I used to read like this? Now I read like this. Now I speak like this. I don't think he's doing this for money. I genuinely don't. Like, I feel like Kai's made enough money off of content. How much did he's made millions from his subathons. I don't think this is for money.
He talking about some, oh, I don't care what people think about me. Bro, you being performative as fuck right now. This nigga is setting up his fucking camera and listening to Frank Ocean and crying. He's 24, dog. Y'all gotta stop dick sucking this nigga, man. What the fuck is going on in 2026? Am I missing something, dog? I went to fucking school. I can fucking read. He's learning fucking phonics. That's some shit you learned in elementary school. He don't know how to sound out words. Are we serious, dog?
Like, I genuinely think this dude is just hating just to hate. And this is one of the people who just choose.
Yeah, dude, he's just going viral off of, Kai Cenat, hating on Kai Cenat. He's just doing it to go viral. Just him just hating on Kai Cenat, going viral, just hating on him.
to hate on Kai instead of actually understanding what he's doing, because it's just easier to hate. It's way easier to just be like, oh, he's recording himself, oh, he's stupid, Kai's dumb. Like, it's so easy to do that. And this isn't me trying to throw a stray at Kai, but the dude is from New York. Hey, cut him some slack, bro. New York does not have the best education system. Also, I stated earlier that Kai is getting into fashion and starting a brand, and a lot of people online were mad at that, saying, what does he know about fashion because his outfits from 2021 weren't the best, which I don't understand, because you're telling me that he has to dress the same in 2021 and in 2026. I really don't understand that. And also, let's just break it down. Back in 2021, Kai was new to the money. He was dressing like all the rappers, wearing Dior, Amiris, and all these boring, expensive clothing because he was new to the money. But as time went on, he developed a style. Once again, can this man just not change? Like, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. If he was still rocking Dior's and Amiris, y'all would make fun of him. But now that he's changing his style, y'all are still making fun of him. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And there was also this ongoing joke on TikTok saying that Kai Cenat had a stylist, when I don't think Kai has ever came out saying that he had a stylist. I think he just genuinely got into fashion. But the thing is, Kai got into fashion quicker than others. Him being rich, he was just able to do that. And I guess fashion dudes didn't like that, so they just decided to hate on the man, which is so stupid, because is he supposed to get into fashion slowly to appease the fashion crowd? Like, I thought fashion was about being you, wearing what you like, and not giving an F what people think and wearing what you want. So why do people care so much about what he's wearing? Just because he wore Amiris back in 2021, he can't change up his style? Things have changed.
Kai Cenat is starting a fashion brand called Vivette. This shit is fucking ridiculous. I'm not the first to say it, because everyone is basically clowning him online, which is crazy. I was expecting like at least a little bit of support in the comments. I'm not seeing any, dude. Everyone sees right fucking through this shit. I can't believe that this is happening, to be honest. Like, all of a sudden, he's over here talking about shit that inspire. I've never fucking heard him even talk like this. He's an entirely different new person. All of a fucking sudden, he's wearing like different hats and shit. I just can't believe it. The journal is damn near offensive. It's almost fucking offensive, dude. Like, it's the fakest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. All of this shit is obviously very, very fake. Someone told him, you want to rebrand, where are we gonna go? Here you go. And then just watched like, I don't know, probably took like 3 look at LA influencer TikToks and was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Because yes, it's corny. What he's doing is corny and it's stupid, and all of his shit is gonna be super expensive. But a lot of you motherfuckers look like that. A lot of you motherfuckers look exactly like that. And now that that image is being presented outside of the LA scene, people are looking at it and being like, this shit fucking sucks. Oh my Lord, please let this have an impact on the LA fashion scene, and maybe just stop copying and pasting the same fucking fashion influencers. Cause like, Jesus Christ, dude, this is how you guys look. This is exactly how you guys look. I almost want to say it's satirical, but it's not. I think Kai Cenat's being for real. The sad part about this is people are going to buy it. People are 100% going to buy it. No doubt in my fucking mind, people are going to buy this shit. And that sucks. That really sucks. But Vivette, we will not be copying. And if you do cop, you're a lost cause.
I feel like this is the same thing as like if a streamer makes music, people aren't going to listen to the music because it's a streamer. Because it's Kai, people aren't going to buy it, but they'll buy Chrome Hearts, they'll buy Dior, they'll buy all that stuff. But since it's a streamer, they're like, ah, nah, F that. I'm never going to touch that. That's corny. Oh, he's lame.
Man, this is just insane hating. The hating is just ridiculous. Like, I'm not even a Kai fan. It sounds like the guy Cameron, he sounds like he is glazing a little bit, but dude, he's saying the same thing I'm saying. Kai is just getting way too much hate for pretty much no reason.
Like, I just think this whole thing is so cringe. And I love this comment right here that says, people can't grow into a new person now. It's like people just don't want Kai to change. They want him to stay the same. They want to keep him in the box, but he's trying to break out of that box, which I think is fine. And this comment right here even pissed me off. It's performative and LARP, and it makes me cringe out. It's like this person just learned a few words off TikTok and just started spamming it. And this is the perfect comment. Y'all hate him when he sits in front of a camera being too loud, and y'all hate when he's being mature and following his passion. Once again, damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. But yeah, my overall thoughts, I don't think this is a gimmick, and I've said it numerous times on this channel. It doesn't matter what Kai does, people are always gonna find a reason to just hate on him. He could find the cure to cancer, and people will still find a way to hate. Like, it's sad, but that's what comes when you're striving to be great. Like, when you're at the top, a lot of people are just gonna hate just to hate. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this man reading books and posting about it, because if that's gonna influence other people to do it, hey man, I'd rather have that. I'd rather have that than a bunch of people watching Jack Doherty and getting influenced to harass people and just be a public nuisance. But hey, only time will tell. And if
a guy like that, now that he deserves criticism, but they're all on Kai. When you got dudes like the guy that you just mentioned, just messing with people for views, but you want to hate on Kai for trying to change and be more mature, trying to read books to articulate himself, making his own clothing brand. But y'all gonna hate on Kai? What?
wrong, I'll make a video saying that I was wrong. I genuinely will. But as of now, I don't think that this is a gimmick or anything. I think this is Kai being serious, he's being mature, and he's growing as a person. And I just want to say kudos to Kai for that. And yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All that.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, the Miami player's about to walk out, man. That's crazy, dude. They're just wearing their away uniforms in their own stadium. That's wild. All right, let's see what the commenters are saying. See what they're saying. And the internet is extremely two-faced. First, it was Kai Cenat making the youth brainless. Then, when he tries to get away from the loud is funny personality, it's corny and performative. Ridiculous. Facts. I feel bad for Kai. He's trying to grow up as a person, but the internet isn't even letting him. Isn't letting him. That is crazy. Just dude's just hating on a man that's trying to change and improve himself. Unbelievable. Like, I see where they're coming from, but still, that is just it's still ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so the game's about to start soon, so it was just this was just a nice, short stream. I know I only reacted to like 2 videos. I apologize for that. I maybe I should have went live earlier, but I wanted to eat dinner first and then go live. But anyways, I will be back soon, and also I will make a TikTok right after the national championship talking about the game. Thank you to anybody who tapped in. I highly doubt it because the stream was so short. But anyways, if anybody did tap in, thank you. And I will go live again soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Have a good night.